So I decided. I was up the allotment this morning. As soon as I get there, Hilary's head pops up over the hedge. "You better have a look at your carrots," she says. That tone of voice she uses. Marigolds. Growing all in amongst the carrots. "I'd helped sort them," said Madam, "but of course with social distancing." Again, that tone of voice. "Of course you know when it's from." Well, of course I do. It was that last time I managed to get Bav up here under his own steam. And it was a lovely day. First day when I didn't need my coat. And Bav had got what Dr. Bish called one of his bees in his bonnet. This time it was the planting. Had to plant the seeds. Had to. And I kept saying to him, "Leave the seeds to me." But Zai was there, in full-on agree, never argue mode. "Just make sure he has the right seeds and he'll be fine," she says. "It was that day with your Zai, wasn't it?" says Hilary. She's never taken to Zai, not since that time she put her out about David Icke. Anyway, I'm looking at the mess when I get the text. I have the tone on extra loud so I don't miss it. And up pops Madam's head. "Lovage house," she says. To be fair, she's as scared as me. She's a sister and two cousins in there. They haven't had any cases yet, but it's only a matter of time. "It's okay," I said, "just the surgery asking if I want to be part of that trial thing." "Now you just be careful," she says. Be careful. Hilary Thwaite's all-purpose comment on everything from orthopaedic wheelbarrows to liquid seaweed. "You know what I think," she says. And I do, chapter and verse. Once your name's on a database, it's never off. Do I really want to be pumped full of drugs they don't know about? Did I not hear about that case a few years back when 6 people nearly died? She's still holding forth when Zai pulls up. "Here your pill," she shouts. "I hope you're being socially distant," says Hilary. "You want to watch out," says Zai. "I just came up past the 5G mask up Shea Lane. 7 people on the ground, choking and grabbing their throats." "Well, I'm glad you can laugh," said Madam. Zai looks at me. She can tell I'm bothered. One of my world-on-shoulders faces, as she calls them. "Is it Uncle Bav?" she says. So I show her the letter, the one from the surgery. "So?" she says. "So I'm not sure," I say. "You saw Dr. Bish. What did he say?" Well, to be truthful, I hadn't taken it all in. He's a nice enough, is Dr. Bish, but always so strapped for time, and with my waterworks appointment being online, I'd had enough with that. "And it says here," says Zai, "you got an email giving you links to other information." To be honest, I've rather shied away from the whole email thing since that business with Bav and Bitcoin. There's just something about trying something I don't know, I say. "Well, that's the whole point of a clinical trial, Uncle Ed." She starts on the run of beans. "So they can find out." I'm not convinced. It's like you with Uncle Bav. First you tried the jigsaws, that didn't work. Photo albums were a bit better, so you tried more of them. It's the same principle. It's then she sees the carrots and the marigolds. She bursts out laughing. "And sometimes," she said, "you get a result nobody was expecting." "There's something about me trying drugs," I say. She gives me that gesture of peace she does since she's not been able to hug me. It might not even be about taking drugs. It can be anything, interviews, physical tests, and if it's drugs, you can always be sure they're 100% safe and you'll be well looked after. Better? Because they're checking up on you with every verse end. We both look at the carrot bed and all them chuffing marigolds. "Time to step forward, Uncle Ed," she said. Step forward. Because all these years I've not. I've stepped back. We both have, me and Bav. Kept our heads down, kept ourselves to ourselves. That's when the phone pings a second time. Magda at Lovage House. My hands are shaking so much I can hardly work the blooming thing. But it's okay. The text just says, good afternoon, and there's Bav. And it must be activities, because he's holding a big tray of plants, big silly grin on his face. I put the phone on the bin for Shai and Hilary to see. I think we all had a bit of a moment. Okay, I said. Okay, I'm going to do it. And Shai thumps the lid of the garden waste bin. Pioneering hero, she shouts. Anyway, she says, I better make a start sorting out your Marigolds. No, I said. Leave them.